Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out 99 Bricks by developer Weirdbeard Games. This is a little bit of a spin on Tetris. It's a pretty simple concept, but it's one that I think is used very effectively in this case. I actually covered a game called Not Tetris a long time ago that was sort of this same concept, but maybe done a little bit differently. It was sort of like Tetris, but off the rails, where the blocks actually had physics involved, and that one was sort of set to a Game Boy theme. This one, though, a bit updated from that, has actually got quite a nice modern look to it. And in this case, we're going to be stacking a tower of bricks as high as we can. And after a point, well, I think actually right from the very beginning, the blocks have physics modeling, and the issue with that is eventually they start to weigh from one side to the other, and your goal is to use those 99 bricks however you can to get the highest possible tower. Now, it sounds simple, but obviously things get a little complex once we get into the actual business of the game. So why don't we look at how to play, and then we'll take it for a spin and see how we do. So we've got basic controls here, nothing too complex. If you've ever played Tetris before on a PC, well, you'll probably be pretty familiar. Move left, move right, drop brick, and rotate on up, and then we can also rotate with spacebar. Discard block, I guess, if you don't like the next one that's coming up, and then Z to hold to zoom out, or P for the pause menu. So the zoom out is after you get tower of a certain length, you're going to be able to back up the viewpoint so you can see the whole tower. It's just kind of a cosmetic thing, I suppose, or maybe to allow you to perhaps better plan how you're going to structure your verticality of the tower. So let's take it for a spin, see how it goes, and wish me luck. So I'm not bad at Tetris. I'm actually a pretty big fan of the game. I played it like a fiend when I was a little kid. I can't say that at this point I'm still great at it or anything, but I think I'm okay. And at the beginning, really all this is going to be about is just getting a solid foundation for things. And I feel like there's not a whole lot to critique here because this is just kind of like a concept that you can wrap up in another concept and it just sort of works. So, I mean, for all intents and purposes, if you're wondering if I'm going to like this game or not, I do like this game. There's not really much debate going on here. It's just flatly a good idea and well executed. So that's about all the critique we need to really go over. You know, the thing looks nice. The music is nice. It plays well. I mean, how badly could it possibly play? It's Tetris, right? So I think you probably get the idea. But I think the proof here is when the physics start going, what exactly are we going to do with that issue? And right now, well, things could already start to get bad. I haven't made myself a very good spot, and I already have a hole in this. But since we're not trying to get lines in this case, it's not quite as important that we have a perfectly, you know, even-keeled structure. I think it's important because we want a solid foundation on the tower, but it's not quite as important because we're not after points in the same way. So we've still got quite a few blocks before we're done. We're going to do our best to make these last. Now, I did one run of this prior, and I was about at, I think I was a little beyond 50 blocks or so when I started to lose control over things, and I was up, actually I don't remember what the score was. I'm going to guess somewhere around 300 something on that little number next to it. See in the brackets there. I guess that's how we're going to be using or gauging our metric on how successful we are. So I've kind of built this in a really poor way. Already. You probably will notice we've now got this gap here over on the left, which, you know, I can build as far as you want, but now that this physics is going to kick in, or the physics are going to kick in, unless I structure this in a way that's going to hold this block to the tower, this is probably a bad idea. See, I want something to lock me in right there, and there's nothing to do that right now, so I've got to come up with my own way to find some sort of solid surface or solid ground. Now, this is all looking really bad. This is, wow, I don't think I've had a run of Tetris go this poorly in a while, where I just planned this badly. All right, so let's see if we can get control again over what's in front of us. I'm not playing particularly fast. That's the other thing. I usually play pretty quickly, and right now I'm trying to just manage. I guess it's when you add the commentary on top of the gameplay. Even if you're quite seasoned in a game, it can still add a whole new dimension. You should try it sometime if you haven't ever done it before. Try talking to yourself for whatever game you're particularly fond of. It gets easier over time, I'll give you that, but it's not always the easiest thing. Anyway, I don't like to go too meta in Indie Impressions. This is about the game itself. I guess I should say, if anything, I do like the look of the game. I like the fact that we can move in increments that are not just solid one-block increments. We can go a halfway. And it's also got these nice background dividers which give some contrast so you can actually tell if you're at the halfway or the whole block. And I think that in general is something that, well, it helps you visualize your path of a block. And it's something that I've always wanted Tetris to have, and, well, a lot of the third-party Tetris games do have. But I don't think the original one did, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it didn't. Alright, so things are swaying about. This is not looking good for me right now. You're going to notice very soon, like probably in the next few moves, that the blocks are not going to be sitting on even tiles anymore. So once they start to sway, we're going to end up dropping blocks in ways that I don't intend to drop, and that's when things really go off the rails. And I guess you could say in some ways they actually get more entertaining because, you know, how really entertaining is Tetris to watch on the whole when it's just basically you stacking a bunch of blocks normally. This at least gives you a little bit of dynamism to the whole thing. And this is gonna, yeah, alright. This is probably gonna spell the end of me already. I managed to, when things started to go a bit bad last time, I managed to somehow find a way to hold it together for a while, because I kept having blocks that would drop off the sides, and they didn't really spell disaster for me for a while, because it would just be one block that would fall, and then another one block that would fall. But now we've got a lot of swaying going on. We're at the 50 brick point now, so I've got to start... Oh god, here we go. Alright, no, that went well. Let's zoom out so you can see the tower a little better. Yeah, it's pretty shaky right now, and things are going to start triggering on their own. Oh, that was really bad. I thought I actually had a spot there. I did not. I guess we'll just stack it in the center and hope for the best. I could just go, you know, this route, which is not pleasant or attractive to look at or anything like that. Certainly not ergonomic or anything, but, you know, it might just work. We just need to keep the center of balance then, towards the center, obviously, hence the name. Let's, oh, I actually managed to wedge that one in there. We could possibly pull a new high score out of this if it doesn't start rocking the boat too hard, but it's gonna. You watch, it's gonna. Yeah, that's looking pretty bad. Alright, there we go. GG. So the cool thing about the game is that even after I'm done with that stack, I can still use the rest of my 41 bricks, so in case the stack ended up falling in a way that maybe I could still salvage it, you know, my chances here are not looking good for getting another high score, but I can at least keep playing. So it's like you get those 99 bricks however you choose to use them, and this would probably be the point where I would probably reset the game, but since we're in it, we might as well just finish out stacking things up, and we'll just call it one solid run. I think that makes sense. I'm really enjoying the music, too. I think that was part of the appeal of Tetris originally, was not only the really addictive concept of just stacking blocks and trying to make lines and trying to, you know, come out the winner in basically what seems to be some pretty awful odds when you start adding the little fragments of weird blocks that would start showing up in the later levels, as well as just the junk that would spawn at the bottom of things. But, you know, add all that in, and then add also the music on top of it, and it's like the perfect recipe for, you know, Zen-like puzzle state, which is a thing that I think very few games have achieved quite as well as Tetris itself, or I should say Alexei Pajitnov has achieved with Tetris. I'd say Lumines also does a pretty good job of that. And although I'm not fantastic at games like this all the time, I certainly think that these particular ones, speaking of Tetris and Lumines, are ones that are more about spatial visualization and things like that, which I think, you know, I'm okay at. Again, hopefully not using this footage as a necessary representative of what I'm saying right now. 15 more blocks, and now I guess we'll just go for what we did a second ago, and we'll just build a tower of crap. It almost worked before. I should try and just balance them off one at a time. You know, the other thing this is reminding me of is, I can't remember the title exactly, if this is the right title, but it was like Bontaigo, which was this bizarre, like, physics puzzle game like this, only, you know, not flat. It was three-dimensional. Look up the video if you're interested. It was a very cool game and also totally free, as well as this one is, I should say. I haven't mentioned this yet. I'm actually playing this in my browser right now, which is the perfect recipe for addiction, since if you're trying to get some work done, you can always just pop on a game of 99 bricks and see if maybe you can make a better stack. Well, I guess we're going to go for 2 resets on this one. Whatever, might as well just spam it to the end then. See what else we can do damage-wise. 2, 1. I guess if you just do that, it'll just freeze frame at the end. Tower is complete, bask in its glory. Yeah, it's only glorious because it's stuck in place. Otherwise, it would have been totally destroyed by now. Anyway, I've reached a height of 359. My score was not submitted because I'm not signed in. Oh, yeah, this is on Congregate, by the way, in case you didn't realize. So, you know, if you sign in there, you'll get stuff like achievements, as well as, you know, the ability to send up to leaderboards. So that's all good. And I think that's probably about all I really have to say about 99 Bricks. Really good concept, well executed. Basically, no negatives that I can think of, to be honest. This is just one of those games that's so simple and kind of, wrapped up and polished that there's, nothing really to say to improve or change or anything. It functions the way it's supposed to function. It looks fine. It sounds fine. Plays fine. It's really just about how much time you want to put into it to see what you can get back out. So that is it. It gets my recommendation. Go ahead and play some 99 Bricks. Link's going to be in the description if you'd like to try it out. I can't believe I talked this long about a Tetris-style game. It's kind of fantastic in a way, isn't it? So go try it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode, please do let me know that as well, and continue to show love. If you do enjoy the series, likes are always appreciated and welcome. And of course, if you like the concept of learning about a new indie game every single day, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out quite a bit, and then you'll be apprised of whatever new information goes up on YouTube. Hopefully, my videos will show up in your subscriber feed. No guarantees, I guess, because YouTube has its own designs at times, but still, it does help me out, and it makes me feel good, and that counts for something, I hope. Anyway, I do really appreciate you watching, and I do hope you'll come back again tomorrow. New episodes go up every single day, so if you're into it, hopefully you'll come back there, and also consider checking out some of my other information in the description. So I've got a website, I've got a Facebook page, I've got a Twitch page, and a Twitter, of course. So see what you like, find something you like anyway, and spread the word. I do appreciate it. So anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you again for watching, and have a fantastic night. Later.